morning students, welcome back to the science class. Today we shall begin with a new chapter, Wind and Storm. We all know that we are surrounded with so much air around us which extends in the atmosphere till few thousand kilometers. Now this air is never steady. It is made up of different types of gases. It's a mixture of different types of gases and never remains steady. You must have observed this. We cannot see the wind, but we can observe by the moving of the leaves, swaying of the clothes on the clothesline, etc. So the air always keeps moving. This moving air is called wind. Now how this wind is caused? What are the different characteristics of the wind? What are monsoon winds? How monsoon winds bring rain to us? And what are storms? Cyclones, tornadoes, their causes, and how we can protect us from the damaging effects of cyclones and tornadoes. These are the main topics which we will be covering in this chapter. So let us begin. Moving air is called wind. Now on the earth the temperature is not constant everywhere. There is uneven heating of the surface of the earth. In some places the temperature is more, in some places the temperature is less. And this uneven heating of the earth's surface causes wind. This is because the air comes in contact with the hot surface of the earth. It becomes hot, it expands and moves up, decreasing the density of the air. In the other place where there is cold, the air is colder, density is more and the pressure is also more. So the wind from the colder area rushes towards the warmer areas. This is how wind is generated. Even monsoon winds are generated in this way only. In India, we experience the southwest monsoon winds in summer and the northeast monsoon winds in winter. Near the equator also, the land becomes hotter in summer and the ocean is colder. So the wind from the oceans blows towards the land. So from the colder region, the wind blows towards the warmer region and brings along with it lot of moisture which causes rain on the land. Now let us see how monsoon takes place in India. First let us talk about the summer monsoon, that is the southwest monsoon. In the time May and June, the land area of India is warm, very hot. We can say in the northern areas it's very hot in summers. Comparatively, the Indian Ocean, there you have lower temperature. So the wind blowing over the Indian Ocean blows southwest and crosses over the Indian Ocean, bringing along with it lot of moisture and bringing rain first to the western Ghats, then later slowly and gradually towards the almost all parts of India get the rain till the August. So this is how the southwest monsoon winds bring the rain in India in June, July, August. Talking about the northwest monsoon winds, these are called the returning monsoon winds. The returning monsoon winds in the winters, that is October, November, they are crossing over the Bay of Bengal. And when they are crossing over Bay of Bengal, they are coming this way, northeast. So they are heading towards the southern part of India and bringing rainfall in Tamil Nadu especially. In the Tamil Nadu it rains in October, November. That is the rainy season in Tamil Nadu. That is the winter monsoon or the returning monsoon winds. This is how monsoon winds. These are also called seasonal winds. Monsoon winds are caused in a particular season. That is why they are called seasonal winds. Now another important topic in this chapter which is related to the wind is atmosphere around us which creates lot of pressure on the earth. Due to the weight of the earth, due to this tremendous weight of the earth, we experience lot of pressure, but that we cannot feel because our body pressure neutralizes that pressure, but this pressure is related to the expansion and contraction of the wind. When the wind becomes warm, it expands, and when it is colder, it contracts. This air pressure also depends on temperature. When the temperature is lower, there is high pressure, and when the temperature is higher, there is low pressure. Means temperature and pressure are inversely proportional to each other. When temperature rises, pressure decreases. This is because the density of the air molecules decreases as they expand and the pressure decreases. So, the wind moves from high pressure region, that is the colder region, towards the warmer region. From high pressure to low pressure region. And this moving wind has a very important property. It creates lift. When wind is moving at high speed, it generates low pressure because the molecules are moving away from it. There is a low density of the molecules, and so the low pressure is created when the high speed winds are blowing. Let us see this with the help of an activity. For this, we only need a simple thin strip of paper. For this, I will be blowing over this paper. Generally, we feel that because of the gravity, the paper should go down. But let us see what happens. Let's see once more. What happened? The paper is coming up. It is rising up. When I blow over the paper, suppose this is the strip of paper, I am blowing over this. I displace the air molecules from here and the pressure decreases. The pressure below this paper strip is higher and the pressure on this paper strip or above this paper strip is lower. So this paper strip is lifted because of the high pressure at the lower end. And this is the reason why the paper strip rose as I blowed over it. This kind of things happen when high speed winds are blowing during a storm, and if those houses are having a thatched roof or a roof made up of metal, tin or something, they are blown off if they are not properly secured. Because on the roof there is low pressure and below the roof there is high pressure. So this roof gets blown away if it is made up of a lighter material. And lastly, the two characteristics of wind. Two important characteristics of wind are direction and speed. Direction means the wind is heading towards which direction. That is the direction of the wind, right? And speed of the wind. Speed of the wind is generally measured in kilometer per hour. When it is blowing fast, it has high speed, right? During a storm, during a cyclone or tornado, that time it is having very high speed. To measure the speed, we have device called anemometer. Anemometer, generally we use a cup anemometer. In this, there is a structure made up of cup-like structures which are in the same direction. As the wind blows, the cups, they rotate and a device is attached to it which measures the speed. And to find out the direction of the wind, we have wind vane. Very common wind vane structure is like that of an arrow. Now in this, the base or the tail of the be having more area, whereas the tip should have the lower area, so that lesser area, that means, and so that it will point towards the direction where the wind is blowing. Another common structure is that of a rooster. The tail of the rooster has more area and the beak of the rooster has less area. Beak points towards the direction of the wind. So, I hope children this video will help you to understand the topic wind and storm. Wind we have covered in this video. We will be talking about storms, that is cyclones and tornadoes, in the coming video. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.